Welcome back to Robinson's Auto Toolsandtime.com. Today in the shop, we have this Nissan Altima. It's a 2008 3.5 V6 SL model. Customer stated that the exhaust is a little loud, so during further inspection, we put it up on the lift and found that there was some damage to the front flex pipe. And I'll take you underneath there and show you shortly. I informed her that she ran over something, and this is going to require her cat to be replaced. She didn't take that news very well at first, and then I explained, no, the catalytic converter, it's not like your pet cat. You didn't run over your cat. It just, long story short, I'll take you guys underneath there. I'll clarify and clear up the confusion. So now that we're under the vehicle, you'll see that we have two flex pipes. This is a V6, so you have your front and rear bank. This flex pipe here is the one that took some impact and has a hole in it. And this is your rear flex pipe, which isn't broken yet, but it's probably not far behind it because it took a little impact here as well. But there's a gaping hole in this flex pipe. This usually comes as one complete unit, including the rear cat. So you have your two front cats, then you have this rear one. This pipe is pretty expensive because of this. However, we opted to go aftermarket, and I'll show you what we have. So whatever this hit really had an impact. I'm hoping it didn't bend anything further and a new one lines up and bolts up good. Because as you can see, it's not so easy just to replace flex pipes. And with this damage on this pipe, it's already almost scraped all the way through. So there's times when you can cut these out and replace just the flex portion. And then there's times when you're just better off replacing the whole pipe and the flex as one unit, even though it's much more expensive. So the setup that we opted to go with is actually two separate pipes, but I couldn't buy this section separately and cut and fit to her exhaust. And her exhaust is getting pretty bad, especially back behind this rear flange. These flanges get warped. So we're gonna replace everything as one assembly. Before going too deep, I'm going to take the front flex pipe assembly and kind of hold it up there, make sure it somewhat matches up. It looks like we're going in the right direction. In addition, I want to pull the cat out, take a peek down the inside and make sure you didn't see anything damaged within shipping. All right, we're going to start on this first flange here. I thought it was a 15. However, 15 is fitting a little tight. It might be because of rust, but a 16 millimeter I got here to start with. Okay, not bad. Gonna go back and forth a little bit. Let's make sure the rust is broke loose. It's a little tighter to get to. This is a set of Astro pneumatic swivel, more of an impact style swivel, a little more robust, so they're going to be a little thicker wall. All right, so that's the front section. Now we're going to move on to the back flange. Take a look at these. You see that we have nuts, 3 of them. A lot of times the threads are gone, but the threads underneath the nut are still good. So you can usually, they get encapsulated. There's usually enough to reuse them as long as they don't break. Sometimes you hope for the stud to come out and then you just put new bolts in there. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm currently all out of PB Blaster, which I usually use. But I have some fluid film, but it's also penetrant and lubricant. So we'll spray some of that on there and leave it, yeah, 16 as well. Using the socket and ratchet. Hopefully something's moving. And it's the nut. Oh. Let's see. Okay, something moved. Hopefully this last one comes out just as good. And then we'll be good. Let me tell you what, either I got lucky or that fluid film really made a difference. If you really look, let me show you. I noticed this would all penetrate. Does it really look like it's soaked back to the threads to you? But you see how the threads are good. All right, that's the front and back. Now we're going to move to one more flange. This one you can see somebody was at with silicone. Lovely. This happens a lot because this flange gets distorted over time. I'll attempt to do this with a 3/8 drive first. If we have to go to something more, I will. All right, that's pretty promising so far. All right, not bad at all. We'll get that lucky on this side. All right, perfect. Same situation. All right, all the way out. Okay, now as far as the hanger goes, we have two 13s here. We're going to rip them out. Start with this back one. All right, at this point, take her down just like so. Put something to just scrape these clean real quick. They're actually not too bad. This one still has a gasket on it. One thing I did notice, this kit also came with, where is it at? All new hardware. Rear gasket, front gaskets, new bolts. Not bad. All right, let's get the pipe. So these are the two front gaskets. So this one's going to go here. This one's going to go here. Now let's hope everything lines up good for us. And everything keeps on going the way it should. It should be good. Once this one pulls back, this one should then pull in closer. So what I might do is put a couple nuts on here. Just pull it further back. Start compressing that gasket. Just in case you're scrolling past this, it's not a pipe dream. This is reality. All right, at this point, I'm just going to run this back flange down evenly. Now remember, the gasket is in there at this point, so we are compressing that. So go down as even as possible. Once we get this compressed, we'll start putting the front flange in. That looks pretty even. All right, this one tightened up nice and even. Now you can see that this is all but lined up. Yeah, we're okay. I'll just use this to fudge it around into place, but everything's lining up pretty well. Always make sure you can start everything by hand before putting any torque to it, you know what I mean? We'll start pulling it down evenly. Let's tighten this bottom one right up. before I cleaned this off and before I took it apart, you've seen that it had some sealant around it. One thing I'd like to show you, if you have a flange like this and the customer opts to try to save it or save as much money as possible, you do have a few options. This one is relatively thick yet, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not bent. You can put a straight edge across it. I put this gasket across it. This one does use an inner ring, so I feel like it will seal just fine. But instead of using silicone like you've seen them use prior, I also have a little edge here where it looks like someone might have chiseled it at one point. We want to take that off because that might hit first and prevent this from fully collapsing. In addition to that, JB makes some good exhaust sealant. This isn't like a JB weld that's going to seal up and harden 100%. This is for some minor cracks and joint seam sealant. So if you have a flange that might be questionable, even though I don't feel like this one is really necessary at this point and the other one's brand new, you take and apply some of this sealant and also apply the gasket. But it's just this one spot. Before I put that on there, I didn't realize I wasn't recording. I took a little squirt bottle and I just got the flange moist, and then I put the sealant on because that's what it calls for you to do. Just letting it set up for a second here. I'm going to grab my gasket. A little hard to see here, but I'm going to try to do this without too much. Okay, down there. Using the new hardware it came with. We'll run everything down tight. So next, I'm going to put our hanger on. I'm going to pull this over to where it belongs. Take and tighten that up right away. And it was just about this time my microphone died, so I'm going to do a voiceover. We're going to be installing the clamp now. We're going to face it off to the driver's side. This seemed like the best location. If I faced it down, I was worried that we might have some ground interference. Off to the passenger side, I couldn't get the wrenches on it to tighten it up. Facing the driver's side, we're higher than the front pipe, which I'm not worried for ground clearance. And it's about even with the hanger, so I feel safe here. Best alternative would be to continue to weld it, of course. You can see all the freshness burning off. Sounds pretty good. Not hearing any leaks. Start from the back. Not seeing any leaks or hearing any leaks here. Come on up. See where everything pinched down nicely into reliefs. No leaks there. Everything looks sealed. See actually the crush gasket in there. See anything? See in there if everything looks good. I'm gonna have to make the customer aware that there's some oil leaks. This one appears to be coming from the half shaft seal. The next complaint was the water, the moisture getting inside the vehicle. A lot of times it's the sunroof.